There are three defining images from today that tell you everything you need to know about the direction of the Bihar elections, where every party is trying to balance caste, class, religion, votes, and in striking this balance, optics is everything. The first image was of Prime Minister Modi paying tribute to socialist and EBC icon Karpuri Thakur in his ancestral village in Samastipur. The second image was of Rahul Gandhi paying tribute to former Congress president and OBC leader from Bihar, Sitaram Kesri, on his 25th death anniversary. And finally, the image of Tejaswi Yadav kicking off his election campaign with a picture that was loaded with symbolism. A picture where he's in the chopper with his deputy CM face and EBC leader Mukesh Sahni and Qari Soheb, a Muslim MLC of the RJD. The importance of Qari Soheb's presence in that chopper with Tejaswi wasn't lost on anyone, given just how much flack the Mahagathbandhan got for not declaring a deputy CM face from the Muslim community. But arguably, the biggest surprise today was the sudden recall of Sitaram Kesri, of tributes being paid to him at Chaubis Akbar Road. Ironically, the same Chaubis Akbar Road, the Congress headquarters, where in 1998, where he was unceremoniously removed from the post of Congress president. The same Chaubis Akbar Road, where he is reported to have been locked in a bathroom, and the same Chaubis Akbar Road, where irate workers of the Youth Congress allegedly tried to pull the dhoti of a humiliated Sitaram Kesri. Then what changed? Why is the ghost of Sitaram Kesri back after 27 years? Why is the man who was shoved then suddenly loved now? The answer, I guess, is apparent to all in one word: elections. And that is something to which the Prime Minister also latched on today after kick-starting his election campaign, underlining how the Congress did chori of presidentship from Sitaram Kesri and the chori of the title of Jan Nayak from Karpuri Thakur. The Congress, though, largely stayed mum on the issue of Sitaram Kesri, but on Karpuri Thakur, they reminded the BJP of how their parent organization, the Jan Sangh, brought down Karpuri Thakur's government in 1979 when the then Chief Minister tried to introduce reservations for OBCs.
और जो जमानत पे है, वो चोरी के मामले में जमानत पे है। अब ये चोरी की इनकी आदत ऐसी है कि अब जननायक की उपाधि की चोरी में जुटे हैं। बिहार के लोग जननायक कर्पूरी बाबू का ये अपमान कभी नहीं सहेंगे। देश कभी नहीं भूल सकता कि किस तरह कांग्रेस के इस परिवार ने सीताराम केसरी जी का अपमान किया था। आज का दिन हमें याद दिलाता है कि कांग्रेस दलितों, पिछड़ों के अधिकार छीनने के लिए क्या कुछ कर सकती है। इन लोगों के लिए सिर्फ अपना परिवार ही सबसे बड़ा है। कांग्रेस पार्टी के अध्यक्ष थे सीताराम केसरी, हमारे बिहार का गर्व थे सीताराम केसरी। इस परिवार ने सीताराम केसरी जी को उनके घर में बाथरूम में बंद कर दिया। इतना ही नहीं, उनको उठा करके फुटपाथ पर फेंक दिया और सीताराम केसरी के पास जो कांग्रेस का अध्यक्ष पद था, इस परिवार ने उस अध्यक्ष पद की चोरी कर ली।
प्रधानमंत्री जी आज चुनाव के नाते स्वर्गीय आदरणीय श्री कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को याद कर रहे हैं। उस समय जब आदरणीय कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी आरक्षण लेकर आए थे, इन्होंने क्या नारा दिया था? कर्पूरिया ठाकुर के कौन दवाई, आगे का शब्द मैं नहीं इस्तेमाल करूंगा। किस तरह के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल यही भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों ने किया था। ये लोग जो आरक्षण के नायक को याद कर रहे हैं, जब मंडल कमीशन लागू हुआ तो यही भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार जो बीजेपी के समर्थन से आदरणीय वीपी सिंह की सरकार बनी थी, इन्होंने उस समय अपना वापस ले लिया था समर्थन। ये लोग आरक्षण के समर्थन की बात करते हैं।
ऐसा नहीं है कि उनको बीच में याद नहीं किया गया। वो बिहार से उनका संबंध था, बिहार से वो आते थे और बिहार के जो कांग्रेस ऑफिस है सदाकत आश्रम, वहाँ उनको हर मौके पर, चाहे उनका पुण्यतिथि हो चाहे जन्मदिन हो, उनको श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित की जाती रही है। कोई साल मेरा ख्याल नागा नहीं गया होगा। हाँ, ये ज़रूर है कि AICC में उनकी पुण्यतिथि नहीं मनाई गई थी। देर से ही सही कांग्रेस से कोई इस बात का ख्याल आया, गलत बयानी से काम लिया है प्रधानमंत्री ने, कोई चुराया नहीं गया था। वर्किंग कमेटी में बैठक में बाकायदा रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ, उसमें सारे बड़े नेता थे, कांग्रेस वर्किंग कमेटी के सभी नेता थे, और ये बात सही है कि मेजॉरिटी से उनको हटाया गया।
And that brings us to the big questions on which the buck stops here. From Karpuri Thakur to Sitaram Kesri, our icons revive for elections. Who will get the legacy votes, if at all, of these figures from the past? And most importantly, why this sudden love for a man who was shown the door by the Congress? Why the sudden resuscitation of Sitaram Kesri? Does it even matter now? Guru Prakash Paswan, BJP spokesperson, joins us along with RSS thinker Professor Sangeet Ragi, Kanchana Yadav, spokesperson of the RJD, senior journalist Ashutosh and Vijay Trivedi. But my first question naturally is to you, Dr. Ajay Kumar, because everyone's wondering, why now? Why 25 years later? Why 27 years after he was ousted from your office?
No, I'm not surprised why this topic now, because you guys never talk on who is the CM face of the BJP and JDU.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, if Rahul Gandhi,
listen,
goes and pays tribute to Sitaram Kesri after 25 years, for the first time ever in the Congress headquarters, if he hadn't covered it, you would have said complete blackout by media of Rahul Gandhi.
No.
Now we're talking about it. You're saying, why are you paying attention?
Listen.
For the same reason he's paying tribute.
Either you speak, when you finish, I'll speak.
Yes, go on.
No, you continue. Please continue, because since you seem to be every time interrupting, continue. You give it the other panelists a chance, then I'll speak. Because every time I start, you will start on your own trip. So please continue. When you finish, I'll start.
Okay. Dr. Ajay Kumar, you started by saying, I'm wondering why you guys are talking about it now.
Okay, so
I simply answered that question.
So either you give me, either you don't interrupt, or I will not speak. So that's up to you.
Why now?
Okay, good. The first issue is, the topic could have been that why is BJP, the Prime Minister, going to Karpuri Gram? He's never gone earlier. Did he go earlier? I have no clue. The fact is that Karpuri Thakurji and our Mahagathbandhan allies, RJD, was very close, right from Laluji's time to everything else. The politics of whether it's Nitish or Lalu Yadav has been based on the philosophy enunciated by Karpuri Thakurji. The question which was more relevant was, for all these years against the backwards, the BJP has always been against them. The scheduled caste, scheduled tribe backwards. Look at the ticket distribution. The forward caste is 35%, the highest. No other caste, the highest. In this election, BJP is given the highest number of seats to the
forward caste.
Yeah, to the forward caste. Okay, yeah, good. So the other issue is, Padmajan, I keep telling on all TV channels, I'll continue to say it, that I feel that, all TV channels work on agenda. I don't know why we come to the shows, honestly speaking, but I'm going to see this. No, seriously, one second, because I have not seen a topic of discussion on, we announced the Chief Minister, has the BJP announced, JDU announced?
Yes, we discussed it for 2 days running. 2 days running.
So I apologize. If you have done it, that I don't know, I need to see that capsule, because it's sometimes very seen that the capsule will say that Mahagathbandhan ne jo hai majburi mein kar diya and all that. No, I understand your compulsion, but the issue is very simple. Tariq Anwar ji correctly said, in Bihar, he's been remembered. Karpuri Thakurji was removed from the position by the CWC. What Mr. Tariq Anwar said also is to a large extent, he said that, and I totally support him, that he has been remembered significantly in the place of where he was. Could we have done few things better? Yes, we should always keep improving on it. But you tell me, this is a party, the BJP, who never, the RSS and BJP, which never put the national flag for 50 odd years.
Okay.
One sec, let me complete.
No, but Dr. Ajay Kumar, we really have to stick to the topic. Again, I've given you uninterrupted time.
Okay.
And I really want to ask you again, and with good reason. Because today, on the eve of elections, if suddenly a man who hasn't been felicitated, who hasn't been honored for 25 years, is remembered at the same Congress headquarters from where he was thrown out, then it is, I think, an extremely legitimate question to ask.
And
can you please answer that question? Why now? Why today?
Yeah, but the legitimate question is that the Congress has remembered him and done it. It's a good job, first question. Instead of saying, why did you remember? It shows why are you guys speaking in that line? And why did the Prime Minister go to Karpuri Thakurji's place when they insulted him every time? I worked in Bihar. What did they say about Karpuri Thakur? What words they used for Karpuri Thakur? And the same BJP RSS is now saying that he's Jan Nayak. His government fell because of Jan Sangh. They were the people behind against the Mandal agitation. They withdrew support from VP Singh for bringing Mandal recommendation. No, one sec. So the issue is, why is the Prime Minister there? That question is also legitimate.
And that question will be asked. That question will be asked. Perfectly legitimate question. Guru Paswan, answer both. First of all, if reparations are being made 25 years later, you want to hang on to what happened in 1998, cut to 2025, when finally Sitaram Kesri is getting his due. He is being felicitated, and I want to actually show a picture, because here is what is being said, that you had Rakesh Kesri, the grandson of Sitaram Kesri, writing to Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, and he requested that Sitaram Kesri's 25th death anniversary be observed at the Congress headquarters, and that is exactly what happened. Rahul Gandhi came for it, the felicitation happened, and subsequently Rakesh Kesri met with Rahul Gandhi as well. Why are you finding politics in this? And why did the Prime Minister go to Karpuri Gram? Answer both.
No, Padmaja, I was patiently listening to the concerns raised by our senior panelist from the Congress party, and I'll take it one by one. I think last year when Jan Nayak Karpuri Thakur was accorded with the topmost civilian honor, it was the 100th year, Shatabdi Varsh. On the occasion of 100th year, the government of India thought that Jan Nayak Karpuri Thakur must be accorded with the topmost civilian honor. So correlating the incident of Jan Nayak Karpuri Thakur and Sitaram Kesri is nothing but preposterous. We have to understand, the Congress party has a history of insulting leaders from marginalized section. You have yourself read and quoted that how Sitaram Kesri, a leader from marginalized section from Bihar, was consistently insulted on the behest of none other than Madam Sonia Gandhi. The reports are out in the open. And the list does not start with Sitaram Kesri ji. The list does not end with Sitaram Kesri ji. Babu Jagjivan Ram, the Dalit leader from Bihar who went on to become the Deputy Prime Minister, he said, and I quote from a book written by Madam Nirja Chaudhary, a senior journalist. He has said, Babu Jagjivan Ram, on multiple occasions, that a Dalit cannot become a Prime Minister of India. You cut to the present. Now, Congress State President Mr. Rajesh Ram, he faced violence outside the Patna airport. He is being constantly insulted. He wrote on Twitter, and I quote, "Na dabenge, na jhukenge, Dalit dabega nahi, Dalit jhukega nahi." Why was he constantly insulted? You go to Haryana, Kumari Shailja. There are multiple such examples, Padmaja, that we and your viewers must realize that the Congress party's DNA is feudalistic in nature. It's anti-Dalit in nature. The Congress party's historical injustice to Baba Saheb Ambedkar, we were speaking of Bharat Ratna. Bharat Ratna was accorded to Baba Saheb Ambedkar by a non-Congress government, supported by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Point number one. Point number two, we have to be, Padmaja, give me some time. You gave a lot of time to our Congress friend. Point number two, we have to realize he was talking about Mandal Commission. Who opposed the recommendation of Mandal Commission on the floor of the House? March 1990. If the recommendation of Mandal Commission is applied, the country would go in the edge of civil war. Point number three, Swargiya Sharad Yadav ji, the person who was instrumental in recommending applying the Mandal Commission, his son was denied a ticket. Icon of socialist politics, his son was denied a ticket by Rashtriya Janata Dal. And whose son was adjusted? Shahabuddin's son. The man who institutionalized Bahubal. The man who institutionalized muscle politics, politics of violence in Bihar, his son was called and given the first symbol of the Rashtriya Janata Dal. You have to realize that the current avatar of India Alliance in Bihar is anti-feudal.
Okay, so you see a trend over there. I want to go to everyone for at least their opening comments. Ashutosh ji, do you see a trend in all of this? Guru Prakash Paswan argues that essentially the DNA is anti-backward, anti-Dalit. From Babu Jagjeevan Ram to Sitaram Kesri, but more specific to Sitaram Kesri, because that is what we are discussing today. And I want to quickly quote from a book written by Rashid Kidwai, ironically also called 24 Akbar Road, where he wrote, Sitaram Kesri died a disturbed and disillusioned man. He could not reconcile himself to his unceremonious ouster. There was much that he wanted to say, but he suffered an asthma attack and then he slipped into a coma. His end came on 24 October 2000. At 81, his faithful dog also died the same evening. He was left broken by what happened to him in 1998. Can that be fixed 25 years later? Ashutosh. Ashutosh, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Guru Prakash sees a pattern in what happened to Sitaram Kesri, what happened to Babu Jagjeevan Ram. How does that affect the politics today, and can that be fixed by paying respect? Okay, we'll just try and fix that. We seem to be having a bit of a problem. Vijay ji, what actually happened? Because you know we are getting many conflicting reports now. Tariq Anwar, आपने उनको सुना, तारिक अनवर तो साफ-साफ कह रहे हैं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ था, कोई उनका डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं हुआ था. कई उनके एड्स भी हैं जिन्होंने आज बात की थी. आप इसके एक आई विटनेस थे, क्या हुआ था उस दिन 24 अकबर रोड में?
देखिए पद्मजा जी, तारिक साहब तो सबसे ज्यादा बड़े विटनेस हैं और वो सीताराम केसरी के सबसे कॉन्फिडेंट लोगों में से थे उस जमाने में भी और बाद में भी, और वही सबसे ज्यादा दुखी थे. अब आज कांग्रेस में वो दूसरी स्थितियों में है तो वो नहीं बोल रहे, लेकिन उनको भी पता है कि किस तरह से कांग्रेस से जो राशिद साहब ने लिखा, और सब लोग भी जानते हैं वो फैक्ट्स जो हैं सार्वजनिक जीवन में सबके सामने है कि किस तरह से जो हमारे उस समय के नेता थे बड़े मुखर्जी साहब, प्रणब मुखर्जी साहब, उन्होंने सोनिया गांधी जी के लिए एक प्रस्ताव रखा राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बनाने का, और वो पारित हो गया उनके अध्यक्ष होते हुए, और किस तरह से उनके साथ बदसलूकी की गई, ये सब आरोप है. मतलब मैं वहां पर खड़ा नहीं था. और उसके बाद जो कांग्रेस दफ्तर में 24 अकबर रोड में मैं जानता हूं उस दफ्तर को, उस दफ्तर के घुसते ही राइट में कमरा हुआ करता था कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष का, तो वहां उनके जो सहायक हुआ करते थे केसरी साहब को, उनको स्टूल पे बैठा दिया था सीताराम जी ने, केसरी साहब ने, कि किसी को अंदर नहीं आने देना है. और वो किसी को, उन्होंने कांग्रेस नेता को अंदर नहीं आने दिया, लेकिन एक वरिष्ठ नॉन कांग्रेस लीडर नहीं, पत्रकार महोदय वहां गए, क्योंकि उनको नहीं रोका गया. उन्होंने कहा कि भाई वो जानते थे केसरी साहब को, और फिर उन्होंने जाकर केसरी साहब को बताया, ऐसा कहा गया कि अब आपको विदाई का वक्त है और आप चले जाए, और उनको पीछे के दरवाजे से भेजा गया. कुछ लोगों ने कहा कि बदसलूकी भी की गई, लेकिन एक अनसेरेमोनियस तरीके से उनको हटाया गया. ये बात उस समय की है 98 की, जब ये बात सारी चल रही थी. उस समय वो कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष थे, हालांकि वो लंबे समय तक कांग्रेस के कोषाध्यक्ष भी रहे हैं, सेवा दल से वो लंबे समय तक जुड़े रहे, और वो सारे घटनाक्रम से आहत बहुत हुए थे केसरी साहब. ये चर्चा उस समय बहुत सार्वजनिक तौर पर थी. और ये भी अभी जैसे तारिक साहब ने ही कहा कि 25 साल बाद कांग्रेस ने याद किया उनको, अच्छी बात है, याद किया है, चुनाव का भी वक्त है, और केसरी साहब को पार्टी के अध्यक्ष है. इन पार्टी के अध्यक्ष तो नरसिम्हा राव साहब भी रहे थे, आपको याद होगा. मुझे नहीं पता कि उसका रेफरेंस आज देना चाहिए कि नहीं देना चाहिए. वो प्रधानमंत्री थे और उनके जो डेड बॉडी थी उसको कांग्रेस दफ्तर में नहीं लाने दिया गया था. तो इसमें सीताराम केसरी नहीं, ऐसी सब बातें हैं. अब आज कांग्रेस को क्यों जरूरत पड़ी है सीताराम केसरी जी की याद करने की, ये भी आपको जानकारी है. बिहार में चुनाव हो रहे हैं, तो जैसे कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को याद करते हैं हम, वैसे ही सीताराम केसरी जी को याद करते हैं. जनसंघ ने तो कर्पूरी ठाकुर की सरकार को गिराया था, ये भी सच है, फैक्ट है. मतलब वो उसके खिलाफ ही लड़ाई लड़ती रही थी. अब आज चुनाव है तो आप वहां पर भी जाते हैं, तो चुनाव जो है सबको प्रणाम करवा देता है.
सबको प्रणाम कर रहा है, पर क्या इससे जो है डैमेज कंट्रोल हो जाएगा? कंचना यादव, आज ऑन द ईव ऑफ इलेक्शंस कोई कर्पूरी ठाकुर को याद कर रहा है, कोई सीताराम केसरी को याद कर रहा है.
I think Padmaja ji, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he wasn't attacking on Congress party, and he wasn't showing the sympathy towards the Sitaram Kesri ji. He was attacking himself. He was describing the true nature of Bharatiya Janata Party, like how the Bharatiya Janata Party have used Dalit faces over the period of the time and discarded themselves. them. And one of the example, we cannot forgive and we cannot forget that after the passing of Ramvilas Paswan ji, his belongings was taken out from his house and thrown aside. And his party that was built by himself was split into the two parts. First, it was given to his brother Pasupati Paras ji and later to the Chirag Paswan ji. And yet, Chirag Paswan ji claimed himself as a Hanuman of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And this is not mere one example or one incident. This is the mindset of Bharatiya Janata Party. When I say the mindset of Bharatiya Janata Party, we have seen such a kind of attitude in other events as well. National event like Parliament inauguration, like Ram Mandir ceremony, where the Dalit and Adivasi president wasn't invited. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he put himself in the front and took all the credit. And one example जो I really want to mention as of now, because the BJP claims themselves as the biggest party of universe. I can say it universe. So as of now, they have only appointed one Dalit president. And that Dalit president, as many says, was conspired within the BJP by upper caste dominant Bharatiya Janata Party peoples. And that man was put in the jail. Okay. And this is the nature of Bharatiya Janata Party, and they are showing sympathy towards the other.
Okay, so now it's a battle of who is more anti-Dalit, who is more anti-backward. If you are quoting the example of Sitaram Kesri, Guru Prakash, they have the quoting the example of Ram Vilas Paswan. Quickly answer, then I want to go to the others also, please.
No, it's a long conversation. I cannot quickly respond to it. Give me at least half a minute. We have to understand that for a party, for Rashtriya Janata Dal, where Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav has become president for 13th consecutive time. Mr. Lalu Yadav, since the inception of Rashtriya Janata Dal, has been national president. I think it's very rich from Rashtriya Janata Dal people to say that you can have a Dalit president. Rashtriya Janata Dal has a history of insult to Dalit communities. I just give you the example of Congress party, Lakshmanpur Bathe. 58 women and children from Dalit community were massacred. Whose government was there? The Rashtriya Janata Dal. Uday Narayan Chaudhary, Shyam Rajak, Ram Vilas Paswan, Ramai Ram. Hundreds of such examples still there. Has Rashtriya Janata Dal ever sent any Dalit to Rajya Sabha? The answer is no. You speak to Bharatiya Janata Party. You gave the example of Ram Mandir from this land of Bihar, Padmaja. I want to tell this to you and your viewers. Mr. Kameshwar Chaupal, who comes from Dalit community, he was the permanent member of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra Nyas. Point number one. Point number two, you have to realize today, Union Law Minister, after Ambedkar, the only Dalit to become a Union Law Minister is Mr. Arjun Ram Begwal from Dalit community. You look at our Council of Ministers, you look at the number of MPs, you look at the number of MLAs. So many Dalits have been empowered. Real-time representation has happened when the Bharatiya Janata Party is coming to power. So you have to understand the true nature and character of family-based political parties. A Dalit cannot rise in Rashtriya Janata Dal. A Dalit cannot rise in the Congress party. You yourself would have seen Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge has been insulted on multiple occasions. So I think we don't need any lessons from social justice or social empowerment from a family-based, feudal, privileged, dynast-based political parties to give us a lesson on social justice.
Multiple examples have been quoted from history.
Baba Sahib Ambedkar, the maker of Constitution.
Multiple examples have been quoted from history, but since we are talking specifically about two, Karpuri Thakur and Sitaram Kesri, let me also give the political context of this. Why today? We had Vijay Trivedi ji saying it is because of elections. Let's go to Ashutosh and Sangeet Ragi now. But before I go to Ashutosh ji, let me just show you what the calculation is and why Sitaram Kesri is important at this point. Why is he being remembered? Because non-Yadav OBCs largely have had a very significant role to play in the elections. How did Sitaram Kesri's community vote in 2024? If you just see the table here, 2024 election, the non-Yadav OBCs, according to the CSDS survey, 54% of them went to the NDA, whereas only 14% went to INDIA. Now somebody from this community, from a non-Yadav OBC community being invoked today, do you think it is politically relevant at all in 2025, Ashutosh ji? Or is it actually likely to backfire?
See, Padmaja, I think it's really hilarious that today the two top leaders of the country, they are talking about Sitaram Kesri. No disrespect to Sitaram Kesri, but Sitaram Kesri, being the president of the Congress, was one of the darkest face of the Congress party. And I witnessed that because I used to cover in those days. And the Sitaram Kesri was instrumental in destabilizing a government led by H.D. Devegowda. And the BJP's reaction at that point of time, Lal Krishna Advani and others, the way they attacked Sitaram Kesri, if one digs into the archives, will get all those statements. How Sitaram Kesri was ridiculed by BJP, by the top leaders of the BJP at that point of time, and rightly so. Because the UF government was running smoothly and there was no reason to destabilize that government was destabilized. Sitaram Kesri also destabilized I.K. Gujral's government. So he had he was so virtuous, that he was so powerful that he destabilized two governments, one by H.D. Devegowda, one by I.K. Gujral. And also...
But sir, if he was such the darkest face, then why are respects being paid to him today? Then that is counterintuitive.
That's the sad part of it. Even the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also remembering Sitaram Kesri and trying to attack Congress party. And if Narendra Modi had a good researcher in his team, would have got all the statement which is made by the BJP leader at that point of time when Sitaram Kesri destabilized H.D. Devegowda's government and I.K. Gujral's government. Let me add two things, very, very important things. Why I call it a dark period? Because during Narasimha Rao's period, the Congress party vanished from Tamil Nadu and Congress party vanished from the Bengal. It was between these two top leaders. During Narasimha Rao's, it was the Tamil Nadu where the G.K. Mupanar formed the government called TMC, Tamil Maanil Congress. Totally, the Congress finished from Tamil Nadu. Sitaram Kesri's time, Mamata Banerjee was so ill-treated that she decided to form her own political party. And in these two states, since then, the Congress party has never come back. And it was when Sonia Gandhi was appointed the party president, I think that it arrested the decline which was happening so fast. And it's really hilarious because I want to remind the BJP friends that how they treated Bangaru Lakshman and how they treated Dilip Singh Jude. Both were caught on camera accepting money. But Bangaru Lakshman was sunk. Nobody knows where he is.
But was he humiliated? Was he not allowed to come into his office?
Sorry?
What is the comparison? I mean, yes, he was removed because there were corruption allegations. No. But what is the comparison between somebody being insulted and not being allowed to enter his office or being told that you are no longer a member of the CWC?
And Sitaram Kesri was technically, he was removed by the Congress Constitution. A resolution was passed. The resolution was put by Arjun Singh and Pranab Mukherjee. And then he was removed as the party president. And I still believe that it was rightly done. If Sitaram Kesri is continued, by now the Congress party would have been over.
Okay, right action taken. Now BJP being opportunist by trying to make a hue and cry about it. Sangeet Ragi.
Padmaja, on lighter note, my friend Ashutosh suffers from selective amnesia. And Vijay Trivedi spoke half-truth. The person who had conveyed to Mr. Kesri that this is now time to demit the office, otherwise you will be met with a humiliating treatment, was a journalist, senior journalist, and Vijay Trivedi shared this information with me. I don't know why.
Name him.
Why Vijay Trivedi is not revealing the name, but later on he became the press advisor to the Prime Minister of India in the UPA.
Name him.
Now, I think that everybody who follows the politics,
name him.
Manmohan Singh, everybody knows.
Name him.
There is no need to name it. Anyway, second thing, we often have this kind of instances, that some people have been humiliated in this party or that party. But you cannot see the fate of any tall political leader within the Congress party beyond Nehru-Gandhi family. And this begins from, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Again, you would say that you have again clocked back to...
No, but Ashutosh is saying it's got nothing to do with him not belonging to the Gandhi family or him being an OBC leader. It's purely got to do with him being incompetent as the then Congress president. It's as simple as that.
Padmaja,
Congress party under the leadership of Gandhi family has failed in winning the election, has got defeated election after elections. And nobody can muster courage to question Rahul Gandhi and Gandhi family at all. You know, and Asutosh, my dear friend Asutosh was saying that, look, the Congress party got relegated to the margin in the southern India, in West Bengal. My dear friend, it had started much before Sitaram Kesri got ascended to as the president of...
Okay, Ashutosh, is this whitewashing what was essentially ill-treatment of a man?
Secondly, last point, Karpuri Thakur, look, let's be very fair to this, that it was the constituents of Janata Party which tried to rub on the issue of dual citizenship. And that led to fail of government, falling of government of Janata Party at the center, which had repercussions even on the state government. So please don't blame the Jansangh for, getting Karpuri Thakur government toppled down.
Okay, I will just come to Karpuri Thakur in a second. Yeah. Is this the whitewashing of what happened to Sitaram Kesri? Ashutosh.
No. See, Sitaram Kesri was the least suitable to be the Congress party president. I am very clear on that. Narasimha Rao appointed
Rahul Gandhi is the most suitable person to lead the Congress party?
Sangeet ji, please.
Sir, if the Congress is trying to do damage control by honoring Sitaram Kesri, you're not helping their cause by saying that he was useless, he was most unsuitable, what happened was right. You're actually doing them a great disservice at this point.
Let me complete. Narasimha Rao was the party president. Sonia Gandhi was not there in the picture. Narasimha Rao wanted somebody as a puppet to be the party president because Narasimha Rao was facing several corruption charges and he was about to go to the jail. And that's why he thought that Sitaram Kesri, that famous picture where Sitaram Kesri was prostrate on the before Narasimha Rao, that famous tasveer. Let's not get into that. The fact of the matter is why BJP is raking Sitaram Kesri's issue today. It's simply because BJP in Bihar has got back to its original Baniya Brahman party. Out of 101, 49 seats tickets has been given to the BJP.
Sangeet Ragi, okay, now we are talking elections.
Let me complete.
But then why is Congress paying tribute today? If BJP is Brahman Baniya party, then why is Congress ordering a Baniya?
Let me complete.
Padmaja, I think that Ashutosh should look back at 2015 elections. The votes that got polled in favor of the BJP.
Let me complete.
Okay, let him complete. Then I want to bring in Dr. Ajay Kumar and Guru Prakash back. Yes.
See, BJP has given 49 seats to the upper caste. According to the caste census, according to the population, they comprise of only 15.52%. The OBC and the EBC combined are 63%. They got only 40 seats. Now, look, the BJP has suddenly realized that this can backfire. And that is why Mr. Modi is raising Sitaram Kesri's issue to divert the issue.
But then why is the Congress helping their cause by even bringing Sitaram Kesri into the picture? Nobody was talking about Sitaram Kesri before today morning when suddenly this picture of him being felicitated, being remembered in Chaubis Akbar Road emerged. Literally nobody was talking about him before today.
Exactly, Padmaja. That's what I'm trying to say. If the BJP is committed to the OBC politics, to the OBC and EBCs, they should have given more than 60 seats to the OBC and EBC. But they have given 49 seats to a population which is comprised of only 15%.
But Ashutosh, what does that have to do with Sitaram Kesri? You are saying the BJP is raking up Sitaram Kesri. I am saying far from that. The only person who resuscitated Sitaram Kesri in 2025 is the Congress party.
No, why don't you ask this question to my friend Paswanji? Why the BJP has not given so many seats to the OBCs?
Okay, Dr. Ajay Kumar wants to respond, then Guru Prakash and Sangeet Ragi.
First of all, Padmaja, if the Prime Minister not attacked us, this show wouldn't have happened. Candidly.
No, it would have, 100%.
No, one second. No, please. Either we are living in a different universe. The fact is that we honored him did not impact a TV show. The fact that the man went to Karpuri Gram, that man who started attacking us, led to a TV show. So let's be very clear on the grounds of this TV show, because listen, I'm too old to even get fooled by this kind of a program manager.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, instead of actually analyzing the importance of Sitaram Kesri, why he has appeared on the poll campaign.
One sec. I have a view. You don't accept it, it's perfectly okay. I've told you why. Because if Mr. Modi had not spoken about us, attacked us, I promise you...
He wouldn't have attacked you if you wouldn't have brought back Sitaram Kesri.
No, you're not getting it. But if he had not attacked us, one sec. If he had not attacked us, this TV show would have not happened.
It would have. Because I think it is extremely significant that somebody who belongs to Bihar is being mentioned today.
Either you let me speak or you speak. Because it just doesn't work this way. Every time we speak, you start off on it. I don't understand why do we attend your shows for the simple reason I need to stop coming because, no, honestly, it's
okay. The only reason, Dr. Kumar, is because you talk about why I'm doing the show. Now only I can address that question. Nobody else can address that question.
I will not speak. You carry on. I will keep mum for the whole show because it doesn't work this way. Either you have the courage to listen and then
but you're not even talking about the topic. You're talking about the raison d'etre of my show. Why I'm doing a show.
My question to you is, that's the whole country is asking the same thing. Why is the media only focusing? The whole country is asking. Unless you're living in a different universe, Padmaja. Everybody has stopped watching TV for the same reason that the agendas are always... But I'm okay with it. Now let me, since I'm forced to come to this show, I will say my word.
I will say one thing only for 10 seconds. I am hugely flattered that the whole country is talking about my show and that you are forced to participate in it. Please
minimum viewership. No, one sec. Let me correct that.
My friend Ajay.
People, minimum pay, Sanjeet, relax.
Ajay ji.
Talk about Gowalkar and bunch of thoughts. Bunch of thoughts, गोवालकर को डिसोन कर लो।
सर आप गोवालकर को कुछ भी कीजिए पर आप आज सुबह संगीत आप सीताराम केसरी को क्यों माला चढ़ा रहे थे? सवाल ये था।
यार, disown Gowalkar. Say Gowalkar was wrong. His bunch of thoughts was bullshit. He has
language, sir.
Sanjeet Rai. I would hug Sanjeet Rai. I would hug Sanjeet Rai and take him out if he says Gowalkar told bad things about Dalits. Correct? No. Okay. Tell that on the show. You will not say.
Okay. I honestly do not know how we have suddenly pivoted to a bunch of thoughts.
Because the RSS genetic. The BJP spokesperson keeps saying it. RSS genetics on the Dalits. And all the attacks which are happening in UP on Dalits, you're making him lick the urine. You're pissing on the Adivasi in Madhya Pradesh. Whose state is it happening?
Okay. Let's talk about genetics. Okay, let's talk about. Okay, let's again. Okay, let's come to specifics now.
But last, Mr. RSS, Professor Sangeet Rai, one sec.
Yes.
Please disown Gowalkar on his bunch of thoughts. I would carry on my shoulder. I honestly say that. Just उतना ही बोल दो यार. उतना बोल दो.
चलिए भाई आप संगीत आगे आप बोल ही दीजिए. Even though I really think we are going completely off track, I really wanted this to be a serious discussion. I don't know why we have gone there. Respond to that, Professor Sangeet.
It is important.
Padmaja, I don't think why he is playing the victimhood. I think I would recommend Ajay. Today only Vijay Trivedi has, interviewed me for 1 hour on my book RSS and Gandhi: The Idea of India, in which in which it has published from Routledge, UK. So I would suggest you please go through that. Important point is that the Dalit politics, for a simple reason that initially Padmaja raised, because the EBC section is the one section which was not voting in favor of Lalu Prasad Yadav party or the Congress party. It was the vote which was, it was the vote bank of the Congress party, which shifted towards Nitish Kumar. OBC vote bank shifted towards Lalu Prasad Yadav, minus, non-Yadav vote, OBC vote shifted towards Nitish Kumar. So this is, by and large, the, electoral or social coalition that exists in Bihar politics as of now. The important point is why Congress is there. Why Congress was not, in favor of, projecting Tejaswi as the chief minister, why? Because Congress realized that the Dalit and the Muslims are coming towards it. This happened in case of Bengal by-election. This got reflected in Assam elections. This got reflected also in Karnataka elections. And that is why Congress party was very sensitive on this count. And this is precisely the reason I think that the Congress party has, taken initiative in this direction, that the wrong that had been done, to Sitaram Kesri, at least, try to...
Dr. Ajay Kumar.
So, Padmaja, the fact is we have declared a EBC as a deputy CM. The fact is it's a Mahagathbandhan. The fact is that, so Mukesh Sahni is the deputy CM. So if as a part of the alliance, Sanjeev Bhai, we have declared a EBC, no, you're not even declaring a CM here. You will do a Eknath Shinde on this poor Nitish Kumar, I'm sure. Why are you, even Nitish believes that. Sanjeev Bhai, even Nitish ji knows that ye to Eknath Shinde wala haal hone wala hai. So you must fix that, no, at least reassure him. Reassure him that you will not do a Eknath Shinde. That's all I request. I mean, at least I can ask the BJP spokesperson.
Guru Prakash Paswan, today you're talking so much about Sitaram Kesri, his respect, the OBCs. Why don't you declare a deputy CM face OBC? Look, he's thrown down the gauntlet for you. You already have declared Nitish Kumar as CM face. Declare an OBC.
Padmaja, just because we come and don't speak when other people are speaking, just because we don't raise our voice, please don't take our humility as our weakness. That's our sanskar. We have been listening to the Congress party spokesperson and the kind of word that he has been using. You should condemn it. The kind of words that he has used to a respectable figures, to books, I think this is nothing but condemnable. Point number one. Point number two, he's saying we have declared EBC, Deputy CM, EBC, Deputy CM. I throw an open challenge on your show tonight. Can he name 5 EBC communities? 5 EBC communities? Leave 5. Can he name 4 EBC communities?
Okay, so can I tell you something?
He cannot name even 4 EBC communities and say, I did not speak. I did not speak when you were speaking, sir. You will get your chance. Padmaja, just because we don't speak, that doesn't mean. Padmaja, मैं इससे लड़ाई नहीं करूँगा. मेरे संस्कार नहीं है. शांत हो जाइए सर. सर आप सीनियर है सर, शांत हो जाइए.
मैं EBC से आता हूँ.
अरे आप अपने बारे में बोलिएगा सर.
मैं अपने EBC से आता हूँ.
अभी आप लेसन दे रहे थे. अभी आप यहाँ पे आप ज्ञान दे रहे थे. अब सुनिए, हमारी विनम्रता को हमारी कमजोरी मत समझिए संजय जी. हमारी विनम्रता को हमारी कमजोरी मत समझिए अजय जी. आप हम लोग विनम्र हैं, हम कमजोर नहीं है. ये संस्कार है हमारे. शांत रहिए अब आप. शांत रहिए अब आप. हम शांति पूर्वक आपको सुनते हैं. इसका ये मतलब नहीं आप कुछ भी बोलिएगा यहाँ पे आकर के. आधारहीन बात करते हैं आप. ईबीसी ओबीसी में अंतर जानते हो आप? ईबीसी ओबीसी में अंतर जानते हो आप? एससी एसटी में अंतर जानते हो आप? कुछ जानते नहीं हो आप? डायनेस्ट हो, प्रिविलेज्ड हो और यहाँ बात करते हो आप.
डायनेस्ट कितना
कुछ भी बात करेंगे आप यहाँ पे आकर के. The kind of words that you are using, you are raising your voice. You are raising your voice unnecessarily, sir. We are humble. Don't take our humility as our weakness, sir. I'm sorry. Don't take our humility as our weakness, sir. This is the reason you are where you are today. This is the reason you are where you are today, sir.
Guru Prakash, please let's come back to the point.
Faces this only because of people like you.
No, one second. How am I Dynas?
We have to understand. No, dekho, Padmaja.
How am I Dynas? Explain.
Nitish Kumar, under Mr. Nitish Kumar.
Okay, again we are going off the rails. Please, can I please have silence for 20 seconds? Simple question, Guru Prakash. If Congress is being opportunist today by talking about Sitaram Kesri, why is the Prime Minister going to Karpuri Gram? Isn't that opportunist as well? Simple question, please answer.
Absolutely not, Padmaja, absolutely not. You are comparing apple and oranges. I said it was 100th year of Karpuri ji last year. 100th year. 100 year का कोई महत्व होता है. It's a special occasion, Padmaja. 100 साल हुए हैं, शताब्दी वर्ष हुए हैं और किसी ने याद किया नहीं उनको. लोगों ने उनके नाम पे राजनीति की. कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को कपटी ठाकुर तक बोला लालू जी ने. सुरेंद्र किशोर जी ने अपने पुस्तक में लिखा है, कर्पूरी जी ड्यूरिंग हिज इल हेल्थ, आशुतोष जी एंड विजय जी कैन वेरीफाई दिस फैक्ट, कर्पूरी जी ड्यूरिंग हिज इल हेल्थ उनको जीप की जरूरत थी. लालू रिफ्यूज्ड टू गिव हिम दैट जीप एंड टुडे दे आर क्लेमिंग लेगेसी ओवर हिज पॉलिटिक्स. दिस इज पॉइंटलेस. This is the true reality, the true face of the Congress party, and now they are giving us social justice. This is beyond my comprehension. Karpuri Thakur ji's recognition last year, it was because of his Janma Shatabdi, 100th year. 100 वर्षों का अपना महत्व होता है और 100 वर्षों के लिए उनको भारत
वो कह रहे हैं कपटी ठाकुर बुलाया था. कर रहे हैं आप. कपटी ठाकुर बुलाया था. आज आप उनकी इज्जत की बात कर रहे हैं. कंचना यादव.
ऑन रिकॉर्ड है. विजय जी
वो डिप्टी सीएम तब तक घोषित करेंगे जब वो सबसे पहले सीएम घोषित करेंगे. और मेरा एक और सवाल है, क्योंकि कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी की बात हो रही है. इन 26% कर्पूरी ठाकुर रिजर्वेशन में, ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन के अंदर कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी ने मुसलमानों का भी रिजर्वेशन दिया था. गुरु प्रकाश जी, आप इसके सपोर्ट में हैं मुसलमानों के रिजर्वेशन के या अगेंस्ट में?
अरे कंचना जी, आप मुद्दे से हट रही हैं. कपटी ठाकुर बुलाया था, नहीं बुलाया था?
नहीं, अगर मुद्दे से नहीं हट रहे हैं, कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को आप प्रेस कर रहे हैं जिसकी सरकार को आपने गिराया। कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी ने मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन दिया था विद इन द ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन। आप बताओ कि उस रिजर्वेशन के आप सपोर्ट में हो?
अरे मैम, रिजर्वेशन की बात नहीं जा सकते ना, कर्पूरी ठाकुर को क्या बोला था उसकी बात हो रही है।
फॉर द वोट बैंक एंड द सेम टाइम आप उनके आइडियोलॉजी में बिलीव नहीं करोगे।
No, but what did you say about the person? If we are talking about his legacy, first address what was said about the person. I actually also want to quote what has been said by Sankarshan Thakur in his book, where once Karpuri Thakur actually asked Laluji for his jeep because he wanted to go somewhere. Laluji apparently said, I don't have fuel in my jeep at the moment. Why don't you ask Karpuri ji to buy himself a car? He is a big enough leader. The book then goes on to say, for all his initial Karpuri worship, Lalu Yadav let the promise of building a Karpuri Thakur memorial languish. Lalu Yadav made it apparent that his feelings for Karpuri Thakur were mutual because Karpuri ji had called him a lumpat. Publicly, he played a fawning disciple to Karpuri Thakur, but privately called him a kapti Thakur. This is what is mentioned in the book. I am not saying it.
Okay. मैं अभी इस पे जवाब दे दूं?
हाँ, बोलिए।
संकरसिंह ठाकुर जी ने बहुत कुछ लिखा है लालू जी के बारे में, एंड हमेशा वो नीतीश कुमार जी को इस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए लिखते थे, हमेशा एनडीए गवर्नमेंट को इस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए। नो, दिस इज द ट्रू फैक्ट। और एक चीज और, भूरा बाल साफ करो, लालू जी ने कभी नहीं कहा था, बट इसको फैलाया गया। कपटी ठाकुर कभी नहीं कहा था, बट इसको फैलाया गया। एंड इस प्रोपेगेंडा के पार्ट वन आप एक मेंबर थे संकरसन ठाकुर जी।
मैम, आप कितनी किताबों को कहेंगे? चलिए, एक और चीज मैं कर्पूरी ठाकुर के बारे में एक दूसरी किताब से पढ़ देती हूँ, उसका ऑथर आपको बाद में बताऊंगी। उसमें लिखा हुआ है, in 84-85 कर्पूरी ठाकुर became so fearful of the Yadavs that in 1985 assembly elections he moved from Samastipur, which he had won in 1980, to Son Barsa and Sitamarhi district. During the selection of Lok Dal candidates, Yadav leaders opposed nominations of lower backwards, commending names only from their own caste. Karpuri Thakur shook his head and lamented, you are not interested in giving representation to the poor and the Dalits of Bihar. Nearly half of the Lok Dal men elected to the assembly in 1985 were Yadavs. They had obviously made a plan to oust Karpuri Thakur and take over the party leadership. Karpuri supporters remember him commenting after Yadav MLAs toppled him in collusion with the speaker, I would have not faced such a humiliation if I was born a Yadav. This is not written by Sankarshan Thakur. This is written by Arun Sinha in his book.
Okay, this is written by Arun Sinha, but this is not true as well. पद्मजा जी, आपको पहले भी नहीं, आप सुन लीजिए, आप मुस्कुरा रही हैं, अच्छी बात है, मुस्कुराना चाहिए, बट दिस इज नॉट द ट्रू फैक्ट। हकीकत ये है कि कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी ने जब आरक्षण दिया, अगर कोई उनके खिलाफ था, अगेंस्ट था, जिसने गाली दिया, तो जनसंघ था। इट वाज जनसंघ। किसी ने गवर्नमेंट को टॉपल किया, इट वाज जनसंघ।
अरे उनको एलओपी से हटाया पूरी यादव एमएलएज ने,
किसी ने गिराया तो जनसंघ।
और ठीक है, आशुतोष जी, देन विजय त्रिवेदी। आशुतोष जी, विजय त्रिवेदी, हु हैज डन व्हाट टू हिस्टोरिकल फिगर्स? आई थिंक वी विल नेवर बी एबल टू फिगर आउट। आशुतोष जी,
कम से कम जनसंघ और आरएसएस के लोगों को कर्पूरी ठाकुर के ऊपर बोलने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। नलिन वर्मा जी की किताब आई है जिसमें उस वक्त जनसंघ के लोगों ने कर्पूरी ठाकुर के बारे में जो सेंटेंस यूज किया, नारा यूज किया, अगर मैं बोल दूं तो हम सब लोग यहां शर्मसार होंगे। नारा क्या था जिसके बारे में अभी हमारे मित्र ने उसका उदाहरण विजय जी ने कहा, ये रिजर्वेशन कहां से आई? कर्पूरी ठाकुर की डैश 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 डैश।
रेफरेंस के साथ बोलिएगा,
ये
बगैर रेफरेंस के मत बोलिएगा।
गुरु प्रकाश जी, मैंने बीच में नहीं टोका आपको,
देता हूं, रेफरेंस के साथ बोलिए।
गुरु प्रकाश जी, मैंने आपको बीच में नहीं टोका।
पद्मजा ने रेफरेंस के साथ बोला है, आप रेफरेंस के साथ बोलिए। आप रेफरेंस के साथ बोलिए। मैं सिर्फ कह रहा हूं आपको, हवा में बात मत करिए, हवाबाजी मत करिए, यहां पे रेफरेंस के साथ बात करिए।
हैव ह्यूमिलिटी, डोंट बिहेव लाइक भाटियाज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, डोंट बिहेव लाइक भाटियाज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड।
सर, रेफरेंस के साथ बात करिए सर।
नो, डोंट बिहेव लाइक अ भाटियाज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, प्लीज। जो नारा दिया गया था वो नारा मैंने पढ़ के सुना।
गिव द रेफरेंस एंड आई विल लिसन टू यू सर।
No, Guru Prakash ji, please have humility. Have humility. You will get a chance to contradict.
Sir, I don't need to learn humility from you, sir.
Again you are interrupting.
आप बताइए रेफरेंस के साथ हवाबाजी मत करिए। पद्मजा ने कहा, बुक का नाम बताया, ऑथर बताया। Give the reference and then you speak.
BJP spokesperson, I have a respect for you. I have a respect. Don't behave like other BJP spokespersons.
आशुतोष जी, finish your point. आप कह रहे हैं कि उनके खिलाफ नारे लगाए थे जनसंघ ने।
यस, नलिन वर्मा की किताब में जिक्र है, ये रिजर्वेशन कहां से आई? कर्पूरी ठाकुर की।
अब नलिन वर्मा जी,
ये किसने जिक्र किया है? अभी विजय त्रिवेदी जी ने इसका जिक्र किया।
नलिन वर्मा जी ने लालू जी के महिमा मंडल में बहुत सारी पुस्तकें लिखी हैं, तो मुझे नहीं लगता है नलिन वर्मा जी सम्मानित पत्रकार हैं सर, और आपने रेफरेंस में ही बता दिया कि आप जो कह रहे हैं उसका कोई आधार नहीं है, उसका वास्तविकता से कोई संबंध नहीं है। मुझे लगता है कि कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को कपटी ठाकुर कहा था संकर्षण ठाकुर जी ने, और संकर्षण ठाकुर जी कोई बीजेपी के फ्रेंडली नहीं थे। संकर्षण ठाकुर जी हमारे बीच में अब नहीं है, बट हिज एंटायर वर्क यू गो एंड सी, ही इज नॉट बीजेपी फ्रेंडली एंड यू हैव टू कोट हिज वर्क, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड हिज वर्क, यू हैव टू रीड हिज वर्क, you will not accept the fact that Lalu ji used Kapti Thakur for Kapti Thakur and you are selectively using Nalin Verma ji. You give me one reference sir, एक reference दे दीजिए मैं स्वीकार कर लूंगा। आपके पास कोई reference नहीं है, fake narrative बनाते हैं, false propaganda करते हैं सर आप लोग यहाँ पे आकर के, झूठा narrative नहीं चलेगा सर आप लोगों का। I am sorry, अगर आपके पास academic references है, जनसंघ ने विरोध किया था, बताइए यहाँ पे आप रेफरेंसेस दीजिए सर, रेफरेंसेस के आधार पे बात करिए।
Completely out of time. I think we need to have individual and longer debates about these historical figures, perhaps when there isn't an electoral and political reference to them, because history is widely interpreted very differently depending on who's writing that history, who's narrating that history, as we've seen in this debate itself. But is it going to be useful at all? Is it going to be effective at all to talk about these historical figures, to try and address the present political realities? We won't have to wait very long to find out, gentlemen. And Kanchana Yadav, thanks very much for having joined.